Well, the one global worry that's keeping investors on tenterhooks, buyers on tenterhooks, in fact, market participants on tenterhooks, also economists, all of them are watching the trajectory of inflation, and this is something that will be very important to determine the kind of macro impact that this inflation worry will have. Policymakers worldwide would be watching, the kind of trajectory you're seeing as far as commodity prices are concerned. In fact, India too at this point of time is grappling with both food, vegetable CPI worries. Along with that, the clear rise that we're seeing as far as commodity inflation is concerned in terms of rising price of cement, steel, iron ore, coking coal, all of these are worries. This particular earnings season, the start that we are witnessing so far, there has been a clear indication that it has been very tough for companies to maintain EBITDA margins due to the kind of commodity inflation pressures that is being witnessed across the entire value chain. Cement companies have alluded to the rising cost of power, fuel. We see coal prices, petcoke prices, diesel prices, all of them on a significant upswing. Along with that, the other worry that markets are also looking at is steel. One of the largest demand drivers as far as the entire automobile and real estate space is concerned. Again, this is something that is worried. In the context of that, Chriswoods has written his latest Greed and Fear note. He notes that going forward, the inflation story is one that needs to be tracked closely. Inflation continues to build. He believes that the US 5-year forward inflation expectation rate has reached a new high. He believes that there continues to be a lot of action witnessed as far as the US Fed policy is concerned, due to the fact that a clear move above 2.5% is something that will clearly put pressure on Fed to act. He also says that the US 5-year forward inflation expectation rate, something that is tracked very closely, is reaching a new high. And generally during those times, it will be very tough for policymakers to continue to maintain a low interest rate regimen or a low interest rate routine continuously. Now also what he is saying, and now's the good news, he comes to India, he continues to believe that the stocks of property developers in India are very attractive. Chriswoods, remember, has been positive on DLF, has been positive on Godrej Properties. In fact, he's been calling for the turn of the real estate cycle well ahead of his peers. He says that the stocks of property developers in India has gone vertical. Greed and Fear has a 17% weighting in property in the long-only portfolio. In fact, he's saying this is a sector to add exposure in case there is a correction. He says that Greed and Fear continues to favor value stocks, especially banks. So what is he saying? He's saying inflation worry is something that you need to keep an eye out for. He likes India property stocks, and he also likes banks as far as the Indian market is concerned. The value play is something that he continues to go ahead and say or recommend as far as his viewers as well as his readers are concerned.